Hello everyone. So today in this lesson we're going to talk about the patterns of organization. I'm sure that you know all of them, but anyway, let's take a look. Why do we study the patterns of organization? Usually the patterns of organization show the relationship between supporting details in paragraphs, essays, and chapters. It helps you organize the ideas or the supporting details in such a way to make it clear for everyone and to help you remember what you read. This is the list that you have to know about the patterns of organization. It includes all of the patterns of organization, the possible patterns. Let's start with the first one. In each one of the patterns, we're gonna explain it, give an example, and then put the signal words. So when we say chronological order, we're talking about time order, sequence of events, how these ideas or events are presented in the order they occur. So the signal words like after, afterward, as soon as, at last, at that time. And this is an example. When Althea first began to drink, she just did not realize the risks she faced. Over time, her drinking slowly but surely took total control of her life. So here the two ideas are organized according to the order they occurred over time. This is the time clue. This is the clue that showed me that I'm moving in chronological order. Let's go to the second one. Cause effect. In the following pattern, I have the cause of something and the result or the consequence. They should be all in the same sentence or in the same paragraph. These are some of the signal words like because, causes, creates, due to, for this reason, and these are some of the clues of the effect as a result, consequently, hence, in effect. That's an example. Public schools should require students to wear uniforms because they save parents money, de-emphasize fashion, and create school spirits. So here we have the cause here we have the causes and we have the effect. So in this sentence I have causes and effect, or the causes and the effect. So it's called cause effect. In some of the sentences or even in the paragraphs, I might have like only the effect or only the result or the consequence. So we don't mention or we don't say cause effect if the cause is not mentioned. I just say effect or result, like clue words, thus, therefore, consequently, as a result, hence, thereby. Isabella wanted to become a professional actress. That's why she moved to New York City. They didn't mention or they didn't underline the cause, they just underlined the effect. So that's why this pattern of organization is called effect only. Number 4, listing. I should have ideas, events, names, or things in a parallel form, 3 items in a row or even more. These are some of the signal words. And this is an example. Domestic violence, child abuse, welfare, and bankrupt are all linked to gambling. Domestic violence, child abuse, welfare, and bankrupt, 4 items that are linked or that are related to each other. They have a parallel form because they are all nouns. So they are listed. In definition, I have a word or a concept which is not clear and the writer is trying to clarify it or to explain it. These are the signal words like defined as, known, the term means, is stated as. Here he is explaining or he's defining the word repression, which is the mind's power to block fearful thoughts, impulses, and memories. So he's defining the word repression. In comparison, okay, a statement is, or in the following sentence, he's trying to show the similarities between 2 items. Just the similarities. In the same way, also compared, similar to, similarly. So the example is there are identical safety features on all the cars in the showroom. If he states the differences, it's contrast. A statement which shows how 2 or more things or ideas differ. Like even though, although, though, whereas, while. Mike studied and made a passing grade. Joe, however, didn't study and failed. So here he's contrasting or showing the differences. In some of the sentences or even the paragraphs, I might have comparison and contrast. In the comparison, I show the similarities. In the contrast, I show the differences, but in the same paragraph. These are some of the clues or the signal words. Mary, like her sister, has brown hair. However, the two differ when it comes to eye color. So here in this sentence, I have the comparison and the contrast. Clarification. If we get just the root of the word clarify, we know that it is a statement which is trying to clarify an idea, to make it clear. Using words like obviously, of course, to clarify, to make it clear. COVID-19 is a fatal disease. To clarify, or obviously, it has killed thousands of people until now. So here this sentence is trying to clarify this sentence or to make it clear. In the exemplification, the writer is trying to explain something by giving an example. Signal words like such as, for example, for instance, that is, as demonstrated. This is an example. Food labels provide valuable information. For example, the label on Rich Harvest Sweet Dark Whole Grain Bread states that one slice has 120 calories. So in the following sentence, he's giving an example in order to clarify this point. How did he clarify? By giving an example. That's why we call it exemplification. Descriptive. Usually we find descriptive in sentences or even in paragraphs, and the purpose is to try to provide a mental picture of a situation, object, or surroundings. He's giving us details about what we're watching or about the picture that he has in front of him. So he's trying to explain by providing mental picture. How do we know that this is description? Usually he uses words showing size, shape, texture, color, thickness, length, or even feelings. This is an example. The Olympic symbol consists of 5 interlocking rings. The rings are colored black, blue, green, red, and yellow. So here he's trying to describe. We might have the whole essay using the pattern of organization of description, or even a short paragraph, or even one sentence. Spatial order. In the spatial order, it's describing the physical location or position in space. We use words like above, below, besides, between, next to show the space, to show the position. Here, drivers should sit 10 to 12 inches from the steering wheel to allow the airbag to inflate towards the chest and away from the face and neck. Words like from, towards, away, showing spatial order, showing that we're moving according to the position. Classification. We have a part, we have a topic which is classified into parts or groups. We use words like categories, classified, classes, classification, stages, divisions. Let's take a look at this example. There are 3 kinds of book owners. The first has all the standard sets and bestsellers. The second has a great many books. The third has a few books or many. So here he's classifying them. Problem solution. Usually we have the pattern problem solution in paragraphs because we have a problem where the writer is trying to offer possible solutions for it or trying to suggest solutions. Clue words like answer, challenge, difficulty, problem, remedied. Let's take a look at this example. Many children suffer long-term consequences of bullying. This is the problem. However, the problem can be remedied through a 3-pronged approach: educating the parents, encouraging a community atmosphere, and implementing a peer mediation problem. So here he's offering or suggesting solutions. Okay, process. In the process, we're talking about steps. We're listing steps, but we're listing these steps in order to come to a final product or to finish a project. These are some of the clue words, and this is an example. There are several steps that must be followed if gold is to be efficiently extracted. It's not enough to mention this, we have to mention the steps in order to achieve this goal. So this is the last one, process. This is an example from the official exams. What's the pattern of organization in paragraph 8? Let's take a look at the following. Please pause the video and try to read it. In the month following the disaster at Lake Nice, the scientists continued to monitor the lake's CO2. Take a look. I have on August 17, on August 22, and then and I have date at the beginning. In the month following the disaster. So guys, I have three clues to show me that this is chronological order. How did we know that? Because he's providing details using a time sequence. He starts with the events in a specific date, and then he started moving according to the sequence of events. That's the justification. So it's not enough to mention that it's chronological order. We have to specify also why did we choose, or we have to specify why we chose the following pattern. Let's take a look here. Another pattern of organization. Just one second. Okay, identify the pattern and pick the transition that indicates each. For instance, so here he's giving an example. How did we know that? Because he used the word for instance. Climate-related catastrophes are caused by extreme weather events that may exacerbate natural disasters such as tropical storms and windstorms. These may include, so here we mentioned the cause, and here we're talking about the effects. These may include extreme heat waves and lack of precipitations that can lead to drought, wildfire, and famine. So guys, here we have cause-effect pattern of organization because he mentioned the effects of the extreme weather events. And then he talked about the conditions caused by climate change. So it's so important to read the paragraph, try to identify clues to show you why you chose or why you're going to choose this pattern of organization and not another one. That's all what we have to know about the patterns. Please go back to the list, try to memorize the list of the patterns of organization because you're going to use them in the official exams, in my exams, and while writing your essays. Thank you.